What a massive day for the world. May 14th may be remembered as one of the biggest days ever because Trump and Xi Jinping meeting in China. And look, I'm just going to tell you what I think I see playing out right now. First off, obviously, Donald Trump made a big deal out of bringing some of the most important people in America to this meeting. And when I say important people, I mean the people who actually run industries. We're Tim Cook at Apple, Elon Musk at just about every other corporation. He went out of his way to get the guy from NVIDIA. He went and had Air Force One stop in Alaska to bring that guy. There's 30 CEOs that Trump comes strolling into China with. We all saw the red carpet display that China gave him yesterday. What is going to happen over the next few hours, days? Well, that still remains to be seen. I can tell you Xi Jinping's opening remarks to Trump. Well, let's just play this for you right now. This is about 90 seconds. Obviously, it's not his voice. This is a translator explaining to Trump and to the world what Xi Jinping is looking for.
The whole world is watching our meeting. Currently, transformation not seen in a century is accelerating across the globe, and the international situation is fluid and turbulent. The world has come to a new crossroads. Can China and the United States overcome the Thucydides trap and create a new paradigm of major country relations? Can we meet global challenges together and provide more stability for the world? Can we, in the interests of the well-being of our two peoples and the future of humanity, build a brighter future together for our bilateral relations? These are the questions vital to history, to the world, and to the people. This year is the 250th anniversary of American independence. Congratulations to you and to the American people. I always believe that our two countries have more common interests than differences. Success in one is an opportunity for the other. And a stable bilateral relationship is good for the world. China and the United States both stand to gain from cooperation and lose from confrontation. We should be partners, not rivals. We should help each other succeed and prosper together and find the right way for major countries to get along well with each other in the new era.
All right, so what I'm hearing there, I'm looking at this like two mob bosses meeting, and one has got a little more power than the other. Donald Trump has a little more power than Xi Jinping. USA, little more power than China. Although China is coming on strong, they're doing their best to, they have solidified their place as the number 2 nation on earth as far as power goes. But they're not as powerful as number 1. He's trying to cut deals. Donald Trump knows he wants to cut deals. That's why he brought all these people with him. We're not just here to flap our lips. We're actually here to make deals. I believe Donald Trump agrees with that. Trump is a man of peace, despite what a lot of liberals would tell you. And he wants deals because he doesn't care if China's prosperous. He cares if the United States is prosperous. He wants safety for everybody, and he wants money for everybody. I'll tell you that the big news that came out of that meeting was that both Trump and Xi agreed that the Strait of Hormuz needs to stay open, according to the White House. So when you think about China, and I know that Trump said we don't need their help with Iran. And I guess, in theory we don't, but it certainly would be nice to get it, right? So one of the biggest ways that China has been helping in Iran, and this has been going on for years, is they sell something called sodium perchlorate, which is how you make rocket fuel. And apparently they sell tons and tons and tons of this stuff to Iran. According to our intelligence firms, they sold roughly 1,000 tons of this stuff between 2025 and 2026, and they're continuing to sell it. If if Xi agrees that, yes, the Strait of Hormuz needs to be open, then they'll stop selling Iran that stuff because that's how they fire their ballistic missiles. This is fantastic news for the world. The big backdoor question is going to be, what is Trump giving up? What is the United States giving to China to get China in agreement? Is it just merely, hey, look, we'll lower the tariffs, we will, sign peace agreements or whatever else to that degree, but the two biggest nations on earth when it comes to the military and the economy, we're going to work together. She's kind of packaging it as this is the best for all of humanity. Do I believe him? Absolutely not. I don't think that guy gives a rip about humanity. And I base that off the fact that you look at the Falun Gong religion in his country, those people who practice that are being used for organ harvesting right now, as are the Uyghurs. That's that's a Muslim group that they are listed as subhuman, and 90 to 150,000 organ transplants a year are being done in China. The highest bidder, you come on in, they will kill one of these people and take heart, lungs, livers, kidneys, whatever y'all need, will divvy it up amongst the people. So they don't really look at human life the way you and I would look at human life. Okay, now, as long as we understand who we're dealing with. And I don't think that Trump's the kind of guy who's going to get screwed over in a deal. So I like the fact that he brought all the power players with him just to sit at the table and say, look, I got them. They're here. Who in your industry? Look, obviously you guys have been trying to rip us off with the intellectual property for decades, and you've done that kind of successfully enough to make yourself the number 2 country in the world. That's how well you've done it, ripping us off. But imagine how much more you would get if our guys were working with you. Could this be some sort of best of all worlds where the United States gets that cheap labor that the Chinese are providing, and at the same time we can both profit off of the intellectual property? Maybe. I mean, there's so many other side stories that are being developed around this whole thing, including the fact that China, like when you look at the Iran war, it's not just that the United States wants this thing over. China wants it over as well. And when you look at the their economic forecast for the year, as soon as that thing actually really got kicked off, they immediately changed their economic forecast to the lowest level since 1991. They know that this is going to hurt them badly, and it is hurting them badly. So, yes, China wants that Strait of Hormuz open, because once it's open and we have the nuclear dust, it's over. That's how easy it is to end this thing. So we're off to a great start. That's all I'm going to say. We're off to a great start. Maybe later on we'll go into some of the other silly stuff about Marco Rubio got a name change, Elon Musk bringing his kid on the trip. There's all kinds of other fun stuff that we can chit-chat about. But as far as the bigger picture goes, the U.S.-China meetings are off to a great start. And this could be fantastic news, not only for the United States, China, but literally the rest of the world could benefit from this, because we always talk about a rising tide lifts all ships. If we're able to create more breakthroughs, that's something that'll benefit the entire world. So let's go.
In a culture drowning in spin and censorship, this is your lifeboat, the National Briefing.